I-live ko lang.
Ay, wait lang. Yung aircraft daw.
Miss Eco International. Pwede kasi Eco International.
Miss Echo Team.
Miss Echo Team.
Echo Team.
Miss Eco International.
Philippine lang.
Di ba nakipag-compete mo sa ibang bansa?
Hindi pa.
Ha? Parang
Salam. Sarap. Medyo dito sa tao.
Ay, ako na po yun.
Sayang camera.
Yabang muna. Yabang muna.
Kain mo.
Please welcome Miss La La La.
Miss La 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 La. Pageantry.
Susundang ni Garland.
Pageantry.
Masulatan ako si Maui Slides Pageantry. Okay na?
Alright, good afternoon and let us all welcome our Miss Eco Team International Philippines 2025, Miss Paula Vitug. Let's give her a round of applause.
Hello.
Doon mo na eyes doon sa photos. Yan. And then center naman. Golden. Dito na mag-side.
Alright, so good afternoon everyone. Paula, you may have your seat. Okay, so welcome to our press conference for Miss Paula Vitug. She's a proud Kapampangan, no? And of course, as Kapampangans, we're very known to produce beauty icons, okay? And of course, with that, allow me to welcome everyone for our press conference. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Mr. Brian Neil Cabrera of Pageants and Spectacles. Good afternoon, sir. We also have Eric Kaya Sangilan of Hatman Philippines, Luigi Trajano of Hat and Knot, Gingerbex TV. We also have Gerald Trajano of Gingerbex Pageantry. We also have John Ray Gutierrez of Tiaholics. We also have Jojo Manabas of the Pageantry Platform, Joseph Ople Canabuan of Eventology, and Drex Magat of Drex Photography. Also, we'd like to acknowledge the presence of Gab of GMB Beauty Pageantry. We also have Maui Santos, Maui's Live Pageantry, Edgar Villanueva of Gar Loves Pageantry, Tisha June, Heart of the Philippines, Pageants and Artists, Mobasara Sultan of Pageantry Philippines, Jeff Ko, Crown Pageant Philippines, Felipe Pantaleon of OFC Pageant Trends Official, Danilo Santiago, Male Pageantry Philippines, Ans Cabrera, The Crowning Moment, and Japoy Pascual, Boys Love Philippines. Thank you very much for sharing your precious time with us. Hi Paula, how are you? Kamusta?
Hello, I'm good po. good afternoon, everyone. I hope all of you are well. I'm so happy to be here.
Alright, Paula, so this is the first time that we will have the opportunity to be with you and have some short conversation. Okay? So, Paula, paano ka napunta sa pageantry?
Oh, well, that's a story to tell. Actually po, I wanted to be a model. It was a dream of mine when I was younger. But somehow, with my mom being in the industry na rin, somehow also with like events, you know, some of the pageant people have seen me, so I've been exposed in a way. And they said po na, you know, I think your aura is more fit to be a beauty queen than a model. So I was like, I was younger pa po na, so I said, oh, okay. And then my grandparents, they wanted to see me, you know, try maybe. So I said, okay, I'll try. And then when I tried po, there, I enjoyed it, and here I am now, doing it and pursuing it.
Wow, so congratulations no, for winning the Miss Eco Teen International Philippines
Thank you so
2025. No? How young are you, Paula?
Sorry.
How young are you?
I'm 17 years old. I will be turning 18 this July 16 po. But my debut will be July 19. I hope all of you would, you know, come and drop by. I'll be having it here, there, in the ballroom. Here's the place.
Thank you very much, Paula, for that kind invitation. You are still studying, right?
Yes po.
So what's your program? Are you in college or senior high school?
I'm in my first year of college right now. I'm studying BS in Legal Management in the Ateneo de Manila University. So, yun po, I study in Manila. I've studied there since.
Alright, so hopefully sooner or later you'll become a lawyer. Is that your dream as well?
Yes po, it's what I want to be. It's the career I want to go to. Besides pageantry, I want to become a lawyer.
Alright, so thank you, Paula. Of course, when we talk about Miss Eco Teen International, it talks about tourism, it talks about also how to protect our environment, right? So for you, as a young lady, a very young lady, a 17-year-old lady, how do you, or how would you use your platform as you want to convince and convey your motto or your things that you want to do as a reigning Miss Eco Teen International? So what would be your platform, or how would you use your platform?
Well, you know, I think it's very important to care for the environment. It's what I'm advocating right now, especially that I'm in Eco-Teen. And right now with my growing platform, with the growing platform that I have, I'd really love to use it to spread awareness, especially for eco-sustainability, because it's important for me that I really share to a lot of people what's important for the world and what's best for our environment. So that's the best I could do as
Yeah, thank you very much, Paul. Of course, not to mention, we also have the 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations, right? Are you, which goals do you really into that?
Oh well, that is so familiar. I'm supposed to know it. I studied that when I was in high school. Right now, I think what really resonates within me as of now, although I'll tackle more of it on the topics, is sustainable development and sustainability within the environment. Because as I've said earlier, I believe it's very important. But really, I'm more interested in tackling, especially that I've entered this field, especially that it's related to the environment. Then I'll go back to you.
Yes, that's correct. Of course, this is the first time, and this is your few weeks or few months of winning the crown, am I right?
Yes po.
Alright, so you still have enough time for you to encourage our young people to join you in your advocacy. Okay, so I believe we could start entertaining questions from one of our guests. Sir? Okay, sir.
Paula.
Hello po, good
Good
afternoon.
afternoon, John Ray here from Terra Holics. You are following a runner-up placement courtesy of Raven Doctor. So I'd like to know how are your preparations to, you know, at least be at par with Raven, or even, you know, get the crown?
Well, right now, I'm doing the best I can, entering all the trainings I can get into, like speaking, walking, public speaking, and personality development. Right now, earlier in the year, I've been practicing already, and I'm trying to do more so that I could be the best I can when I get to compete already in October. And Raven, she's a very beautiful girl, and we're beautiful in our own ways. But I believe that with practicing the best I can, then I could get a good place up there in Eco Team also.
Alright, so for my next question, can you tell us more about your advocacy, or are you working something for the environment? What are the things that you're working on for the environment?
As of now, as I've been repeatedly saying, my advocacy focuses on the environment, specifically sustainable, eco-sustainability and tourism. About that, it's really on really preserving and really enhancing what we have. It goes as simple as reuse, reduce, recycling. Especially me as a young student, I don't have that much resources yet to go and make a big change. So as young as I am, that's really what I'm doing to make the most of the advocacy I try to spread. So for me, it goes simple as that reuse, reduce, recycling. I think one of that, it's really a good stepping stone for my advocacy, which is eco-sustainability po.
Alright, thank you and good luck.
Thank you so much.
That's very a huge impact, no? Yung a small action could create a great impact. A simple reuse, recycle, that would be great. Thank you so much, Paula. We also have, yes, ma'am.
I just get across the stage.
Hi, Miss Paula.
Hello, good afternoon po.
Okay, this is me, Miss Lala Pantalian from PTONC Pageant Trends Official. So, here's my question. How do you plan to use your platform as Miss Eco International Philippines to promote environmental awareness?
Like I've said in the earlier question po, right now with my growing platform, especially as a newbie, if you may call it, a newbie in this field, I believe it's best I use all my platforms, social media, and even my voice. I believe my voice is my greatest platform. That's how I would use it to spread awareness and give education, give knowledge and insights to people, especially those who need it, in order to tackle most topics, especially on the environment and its sustainability po. That's the best I can get with what I have now.
Wow, very impressive answer. So, here's the last question. What do you think is the most pressing environmental issue in the Philippines, and how can you address it?
I believe the most pressing issues here in the Philippines is the garbage management. As you can see, a lot of cities, you can see those big cities like BGC, they may appear clean, but when you really dig deep into the Philippines, there's a lot of waste disposal that aren't managed properly. And with how I can do to address this is with me being a student and still young, I could then use my voice and my platform, just spread the word, spread goodness in order for more people to be aware, and so that I could even, gather the community to work as one, so we could do something about this, especially handling our waste, like what I said earlier, doing reduce, reuse, recycling. Yan po.
Yes, thank you very much, Paula. Of course, we have Sir Joseph of Eventology.
Hi, Paula.
Hello, good afternoon.
Yeah. So, for everyone's information, I was the one who brought Paula to the pageantry internationals with her national director, Chan. Vicente. So, here's my question. So, how do you feel any pressure right now since Atisa Manalo, which is your, now you have the same national director and provincial director, and Miss Eco International, Alexia Brooks won the international competition, and now you are competing for Miss Teen Eco International. So the pageant name itself is very famous. So probably when you compete in Egypt, definitely the people, all eyes is with you as well. So do you feel any pressure in bringing home another international crown for the Philippines?
This is so funny kasi ever since I've actually watched for the finals and prelims of the Miss Universe Philippines. I decided to watch because I think it will be very good for me to see and experience the gist of it, the feeling, the atmosphere live. Because I was appointed, sorry, this may be long, I can't shut up about this experience, I have to say it. Kasi I was appointed po as Miss Eco Teen and I'm so new to the pageant world. So I guess I didn't really embody it that much, how much of a big deal this is. So when I watched, let me start by saying Alexi Brooks, she delivered that speech on stage, and knowing her as my counterpart with her as Eco International and me as Miss Eco Teen, I said, OMG, this is so real. She delivered a speech, a national stage. So, I have to really focus. And then with Atisa winning, actually, funny story, when Atisa won, I couldn't believe it. I just sat down in my chair and then I did like this on my head. Because, with her being in the same circle as me with Sir Gerald and Alexi being Eco, all the nerves just started to kick in. So yes, definitely there is pressure. But knowing me as a person, I don't really dwell into pressure. When I was in the Miss Universe, I watched all these beautiful girls. All I thought was, yes, there's pressure on me with these two women being in a form related to me. But I use this pressure for excitement. Being me as a fun person, as an easygoing girl, I use this pressure to look at the excitement in it. Because, it's so very exciting. Imagine you representing the Philippines in international stage. Yes, there's pressure, but I'm so very excited to do it.
Thank you. All right. So it seems that your stress, your pressure gives you the motivation to excel on your craft, right, Paula? All right. Next we have. Okay. Yes.
Hi, Mona. First of all, congratulations
Hello, Paul.
for
Good
being
afternoon.
Philippines certified. So I'd like to actually veer away from the other questions that other people have asked you. So we wanted to know, what's a typical day like for Paula? So that's my question for you. What's a typical day like for you?
Well, lately, a typical day like for me is school. So, in the morning, I get up, I go to school, I study, I enjoy with my friends, I eat a lot, and I do my phone a lot. My typical day is just like any other, sis. I don't want to separate me from the idea that I'm this or whatever. My typical day, I like to spend it as, my age. I'm still a child at heart. So I try to do everything. I actually don't want to grow up. So, my day, I just spend it like a child as much as possible. I just enjoy life every day and, go with the flow. That's it. That's what I do.
Alright, and just a follow-up question. Is there any quotation or life quote that you go by? A quotation or any principle that you go by?
A principle that I go by, I have a lot because I'd like to thank my mom for that. If a quotation, I can't say all, but all my quotations come from her. As she always scolds me and sermons me. She may always sermon me, she's right there. But every day, I quote her words. My principles and my values come from my mom.
Thanks, Paula. And good luck.
Si Mobad. No. Last na daw.
Hello. Hello. Hi, Bola.
Good afternoon
This is
po.
Jojo from the Pageantry platform.
Hello po.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Let's talk about your crown. As Miss Echo Teen, how would you encourage the youth to take part in environmental conservation?
Well, dealing with the environment, it's not so simple, especially now, especially that climate change, it's really progressing. And the world is so big. So, the youth, I fear that a lot of the youth have a problem within themselves na they think na, oh, I'm just one single person. I don't think I could ever do anything to change this. But really, I want the youth to know that it starts with one single person like yourself. I think it really starts with you, that if you do it, if you have a heart for actually changing the world and you advocate for it, then I believe the community would follow. So I'd like for the youth to know that start with you, don't think about what would happen. Just start with what you know is right, because then everything will follow. That's my only advice, especially in changing the world now.
Okay, thank you. Let's talk about you naman. Can you share to us a thing or things that most people don't know about you?
That's a bit hard to think of, because especially in school and when I meet new people, I tend to be a bit more makulit and I overshare too much. So if I were to think, maybe it's that I may appear like this. When you first meet me, I may be this Miss Eco Teen, but really, I'm so outgoing. As I've said earlier, I'm such a child. I still consider myself childish. So one thing I'd also like for people to know is, don't think of me as any other person else, because this is just me. I'd always love to be with people. I love making friends. So just go to me and, we'd always have fun. Thank you so much.
Hello, Paula. This is Brian.
Hello po.
Okay. My question is, what do you think are your strongest qualities that made you, or si Josephus nga nagsabi, that made them decide to appoint you as our representative for Miss Eco?
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I believe my strongest qualities is, it's not my confidence, but it's my determination. When they asked me if I was up to having this title, at the back of my head, I said, oh my gosh, I'm scared because I'm bringing the Philippines. But I didn't give them a minute. I said, yes, I will do it. So it's really my determination. I think that's what people have seen in me. So I hope that as I continue my journey until October, I hope I still keep that dedication and even flourish it more so that then I can get the crown. Thank you.
Hi, Paula. Congratulations.
Hello po. Thank you.
Next pageant.
Watching you, parang I'm listening to someone na parang gusto kong makinig pa more sa'yo. You're a
Oh my
good,
gosh, thank you so
talaga.
much.
Your communication is good. Parang, if you're talking sa kang viewers, hindi ka pwedeng hindi makinig. So, I think that's your strength. And right now, different platforms, different medias are live right now. How can you convince the viewers to support you sa Miss Eco Team International?
Well, to all of you who are watching me today, all I want to say is I won't let you guys down. I really will do my best. I'll train really hard because I really like what I'm doing. I love what I'm doing. So I encourage all of you to please follow me, follow my page, follow the page, and follow me with my journey, and please support me because I love you all and I do everything for you all.
Okay, Miss Paula again. This is me, Miss Lara Pantaleon. Okay, here's the question. what eco-friendly practices do you incorporate in your daily life?
Eco-friendly practices, I go as simple as, segregating my trash, and as much as possible, doing all I can to make use of waste that I have. If you can reuse it, then reuse it, like containers, plastics. I think as simple actions as those, then really you could make an impact, especially for the youth like myself. Doing something and committing to really the simple actions, then it will really get you somewhere po. So that's what I can say. Thank you.
Hi, Paula.
Hello,
So,
Paula.
I represent Popstar Pampanga.
Yes po.
So, Kapampangan na. So, since you're from beauty queen from Pampanga, actually, Pampanga talaga ang daming powerhouse. Totoo yan. Daming
Yes po,
beauty
so
queen
many
talaga.
beautiful Kapampangan.
Yes. By the way, sobrang ganda mo ngayon. Parang nakikita ko si Mark, Evangelista. The way you speak to us. So, can you speak? You can speak Kapampangan, right? Fluent.
I can try.
So, we have lots of Kapampangan viewers now on our pages. So, can you invite them to, to support you regarding on your journey as a Miss Teen Eco Philippines?
Do I say it in Kapampangan?
Yeah, I think you need to because the camera is on the middle.
Please guide me. Please excuse me. I grew up po kasi I've studied ever since in Manila. But I can try.
Yeah, actually, Doctor is here. She's very fluent also in Pampanga. Ay, hindi mapapamahal.
Ano po yung inviting?
Agkatanda ko po.
Agkatanda ko po para i-follow you po yung page ko. Yung page ko po, yung Paula Vitug page kang Facebook at Pau Vitug po kang Instagram. Thank you po.
Well, Paula, I believe that is the toughest question that was asked to you. Alright, Paula, I only have a few questions left. You are now the Miss Eco Teen International. At the same time, you are a first-year college teaching legal management. And how do you handle both? Being a beauty queen at the same time being a student.
Oh, to be honest, it's not easy, especially that my school requires a lot. But I love both. I love studying and I love what I'm doing. So when you love what you do, like me, then there's really no problem with balancing as long as you know what you're doing and you love what you're doing.
Okay, thank you. Of course, Paula, you have so many people to thank, right? But before you're gonna thank them, what could be your message to your mother who's there and your grandmother who is so proud of you? Fact is, she's actually crying a while back.
Wait, I might be the one to cry. Wait. This is the easiest question. A message to my mom, my grandparents, my whole family is nothing but thank you so much. They're very supportive of me. Kahit na I do bad, kahit na sometimes I may be pasaway as a child, I wanna say thank you and I love you. My mom always says na all these people, they can turn their backs on you, whether how much you ayos yourself or you sit like this, you stand like that, make yourself look pretty, sorry. Other people can always turn their backs, but not your family. Especially not your, can she go out? I'm joking. Especially not your mother. So all I want to say is thank you so much for being always with me, and I'm already saying thank you in advance for being with me in my coming journey, because I know they'll always be there, whether it may be in the future or whenever, they'll always be there for me, especially my mommy. So thank you and I love you.
Yes. So, Paula, last question now.
Yes.
So, why should be the next Miss Eco Teen International 2025?
I believe I should be the next Miss Eco Teen International 2025 because I am dedicated for change. Not only am I here to spread my voice or strut on stage, but I'm actually here to do something for a change. I'm actually here to make a difference. I'm here to spread my voice and raise awareness, and I plan to do that by being as beautiful as I can and with the most beautiful heart I can let out. That's why I think I should be the next Miss Eco Teen International 2025.
Tayo ng corona, guys. So, Paula, may isa pa daw request. Can you do your introduction in your, sa gitna daw.
Oh my, I haven't been
Your
practicing
Miss
yet.
Eco
Please
Teen.
bear with me.
Their signature walk.
And also the signature walk. Ang dami na request.
Alright, say po my name and Philippines. Okay.
Okay na ba lahat?
Yes.
Hold on lang daw. Nag-charge pa yung iba.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Go.
Paula Merced Carmel B. Vidog, Philippines!
Bongga. Na-record nyo ba?
Practice more.
Parang mahal kayo dun, ha?
Their signature.
Miss Eco Teen.
Miss Eco Teen Philippines. International.
Miss Echo.
Okay.
Go.
Paula Merced Carmel B. Vidog, Miss Eco Teen, Philippines!
Okay. So ano daw, yung rampa, ano ba? Request nyo rampa?
Sorry.
Rampa daw. Pero side, doon sa side, sa kabila. Sa poste. Opo. Siyempre, lilipat tayo, guys. May isuyo ko sa mga nakalay.
Ayun music. Yung cellphone na lang, cellphone.
O, sino yung music?
Joseph Puz.
Background na lang.
O parang hindi na iwas copyright na lang.
Lalagyan na lang namin ng lalagyan na lang namin ng wala dito ako sa may post.
Pakilala mo. Rex, pakilala mo.
Rex, pakilala.
Pakilala mo.
Pakilala ko. Ladies and gentlemen,
Miss.
please welcome our Miss Eco Teen International Philippines. Yan, kaya yung music. Yan.
Sabi?
Carry.
Wala, last question daw. Ano daw? Sino daw po yung kapampangan, designer? Baka pwede mo daw i-chismis sa amin kung sino. Or sino yung designer mo?
As of now, I don't have one specific, but the Philippine youth, if you'd like to know, the Philippine youth, my designer was Mother Jonathan Manapat. Siya po ang gumawa ng outfits ko during my journey in the Philippine youth. And for my journey now, I hope that a lot of more Kapampangan designers would like to support me for my outfits.
Yes! Open kami.
Alright, Paula. So, of course, we would like also to acknowledge the presence of the president of Miss Eco Teen International Philippines franchise owner, Sir Gerald. Ayan. Would you like to join Paula over here, po? Ayan. Alright. Sir, any advice po or any message to Paula now that she's about to compete for the international pageant?
Foremost, good afternoon to everyone. Sabi ko nga kay Paula, huwag ma-pressure. As franchise owner of Miss Universe Philippines, napanalo ko si Atisa Manalo. Sana mapanalo sa international competition sa Egypt. I choose Paula because of her elegance, wit, and her personality. Totoong tao siya. Nung tinanong ko siya kung bakit niya ginagawa ito, gusto niya karangalan sa Pampanga province. So, very proud siya. Paula, hindi nagkamali ang Mr. and Miss Philippine Youth Organization. Ikaw ang naging Miss Philippine Youth Tourism. And now, ikaw ang mag-represent ng Miss Ikaw Team International Philippines sa Egypt. Good luck. The Philippine Youth Organization behind to support you, including, alam niyo po, before mag-international pageant si Paula, at coronation night sa MOA 2 days ago, nag-meet si Paula at si Atisa. And very supportive si Atisa at malakas ang proud ng Miss Universe Philippines now na si Atisa kay Paula. Sabi niya, kung nakaya mo, kung makakaya ko, ang tawag sa kanya younger sister. So, very proud and congratulations in advance. Ako po ay first time ko na sa pagmamahal ko kay Paula. Gusto ko po laging behind the scene lang ako. That's why na coronation night ni Atisa, tinatawag ako sa stage, the local director franchise owner. Hindi po ako umakyat kasi gusto ko behind the scene lang. Ako po ay politician, public servant. So, hindi ko alam ba't ako nasa pageant. Pero, naniniwala po ako sa kakayahan ni Paula. Pwede po ba all-out support tayo sa kanya?
Yeah!
Thank you to Bern. So, thank you, Pao.
Thank you so much po, Sir Gerald.
At tatandaan nyo, last na lang yun. Sabi nila, all eyes ngayon nasa Pampanga. Kasi tinatanong lahat ako ng pageant media nung nasa MOA kami. Kung hindi daw pressure si Paula. Alexi Brooks won. At kung kaya daw mag-back-to-back ng Philippines. Ako naman, heads up, kaya ko.
Kaya po. So please support me.
Alright, so Paula, as a final message, would you like to invite our friends, and of course, we would also be needing some support coming from our local government. And you are here in the heart of Pampanga, which is Lubao, so probably you could ask our provincial officers or our provincial leaders to help you as you go and represent the Philippines for the Miss Eco Teen International 2025.
You know, I'd like to say I'm so proud that I am, and I'm so honored to be doing this for all of you, not only the Kapampangans, but the whole of the Philippines. So I'd like to invite, like what you said po, any government, communities, organization, I'd like to invite to, you know, if you'd like help when whatever you can, just for support, to go and support me and help me, and we could work hand in hand to bring the name of the Philippines up there in the world.
Alright, so before we end, Paula, okay, I want you to give me the final message, a final word or words probably. You are Paula Vitug and you are?
I am Paula Vidog and I am your Miss Eco Teen International Philippines 2025.
There you have it. So thank you very much to our media friends for coming here and share your precious time with Paula. Yes? Alright. But it's not yet done. Okay, so Paula will just gonna give us another chance to appreciate her beauty because she will have a change, her outfit. She's gonna change her